right? So we are in the chapter management accounting. Then management accounting, under that, the first section we will discuss is the introduction to management accounting. Right? We will learn the definition, what is mean by management accounting, and what is the need for management accounting. Why do we need management accounting? And management duties, and the difference between financial accounting and management accounting, and a very important part, basic concepts of management accounting. What is cost? What are the cost classifications? Right? Different types of cost. Mainly, you will be learning material cost, labor cost, overhead cost. What is the meaning? How do you derive that? How to draw the graphs? Okay, fixed cost, variable cost. Then cost unit, cost center. So this comes under introduction. So today's chapter, I'm mainly focusing on the introduction part. Then the second part of this is controlling the cost. Cost control. Right? So when it comes to the cost of a product, we have material cost. So we will learn material control. And labor control. And the third point is overheads. Overhead control. Right? Overhead. So these three areas. So when it comes to material, under material there are several parts. Right? We learn what is meant by material, what is the objective, classification of material, inventory related cost. The material cost has three different sections. Material cost control has three different sections. Right? First, initially we purchase. So we can control the purchase control. One by one we will learn in depth. Then we learn store control, material storing. Then we will learn issue control. Different techniques will be used for this controlling the cost. Right? One of the key objective of management accounting and cost accounting is controlling the cost, reducing the cost, right? Reducing the wastage. That is the main part of management accounting. Right? So how do you reduce the wastages cost? By identifying material, labor, overhead separately and giving individual attention to each type of cost. Right? So that comes under material control. Then when it comes to labor, labor means the salaries, wages paid to the laborers. Right? Then the overheads. Overheads are electricity, water, monthly payables. Right? Can you all write this? You can write this more. Under management accounting, we will discuss two main parts. One is introduction to management accounting. This is the part that I'm going to discuss today. Then the cost control, material, labor, and overheads. material, labor, and overheads. Very important. From the beginning, try to understand each and every concept. Right. So that's the scope. This is the management accounting scope, right? So first, let's discuss some of the important definitions related to management accounting. What I will do is I will give you a mind map related to management accounting. Take the full page. If you can take the double side, even that's fine. Let's say this is your CR book, right? Write the main heading here, management accounting. Then like this, you all can write the subtopics. Okay. Take the full page so you have enough space to write the definition and all other things. Today it will be a theory session, right? We need to understand some of the basic things before we move on to the question. Write the main heading, management accounting, on the center. Okay. Below this, under this, we'll write the definition. Definition. Definition of management accounting. Right. So you can write the definition providing information for managers. Providing information for managers for they are used in planning, decision making, performance evaluation. Management of costs and cost determination. So this is the definition, a full comprehensive definition for management accounting. Right. Providing information for managers, especially you have to mention managers. Use in planning, decision making, performance evaluation, management of costs. What is cost? Determination. Determining the cost. Determination. Determination is you are determining, or you are deciding. Right? You are calculating, cost calculation. So that is definition. Right? So this is definition. That is. Then we'll see what is the need for management accounting. Need for management accounting. Need for management accounting. So that's the second. Need. So mainly the main requirement is providing information for management decisions. Provide information for management decisions. That is the main need. Provide information for management decisions. So the management of the business make decisions based on this management information. Now, I will tell you one example. Let's say about the uh, port city project, right? So you know this project, port city. Right? So the government is the management. So they need to know the return, the cost about this project. Right? So how do they decide whether to approve or not, whether to approve this project or not? Right? They have to see the cost. What is the cost that we have to incur? What is the return that we will get? So based on that, they can decide whether to, you know, approve the project, accept the project or not. Right? So all these government projects are based on these management decisions. And this provide management for decision making. Managers are the main decision makers of a business. Right? They are the main decision makers of business. Okay. So from the management accounting, we provide information for management decisions. And another importance is solutions for problems in operational activities. So when it comes to the normal day-to-day, need and objectives are same. Yes. Solutions for problems in operational activities. Normally, in the day-to-day operational activities, there will be a lot of problems. The employees will come and say, our salary is not enough. We need more bonus. Right? You might not receive the required material on time. Right? There can be supplier issues. Supplier has not been paid on time. So he doesn't send the goods on time. Right? A customer suddenly come and ask you a huge amount of products. So you don't have material. So how do you solve these issues? So everything will be done through a proper management accounting system. Remember, more than the financial accountants, management accountants has a higher scope. Management accountant has a higher scope. He is the main planner in the business. Right? Financial accountant, what he does is he will prepare the financial statements and give that information based on the historical data. What has happened, he will prepare a statement and give that. But management accountant, management role is completely different. Right? It's a it is where you will understand whether the business is good or bad, whether you can run the business or you have to close down the business. What will be your future return? What will be your forecasted sales, return? How much profit that you can earn? How much profit that you can pay for the investors, owners? Right. So management accounting is the main key. If you ask me, difference between management accounting and financial accounting, right? It's always related to, cost reduction, higher return, improve forecasting and budgeting. Okay. So from the management accounting, you can provide or you can solve the problems in your normal operational activities. Right? Then we can also take another need preparation of management reports. Management reports. Right. So through the management reports, we can evaluate the efficiency. Evaluate efficiency. Efficiency of the business. So we see whether our business is performing well. Efficiency of the business. You see the productivity, efficient, effectiveness. Right. Always cost should be minimized. Wastage should be minimized. So that can be done only through a proper management accounting system. Right. And make future plans. Make future plans. So through the management accounting, we make future plans. You will decide what will be your future production output, how many employees that you need, right? What are the machineries that you want to purchase? What are the vehicles that you want to purchase? So likewise, you make future plans out of the management account. And also, we identify difference identify and compare forecasted and actual situation. Right. So these are the needs and objectives of management account. Right. So that's the second part. Right. Need of management account. So this is what in the syllabus, right? Based on this only, when we do past papers, these points only very important. Next, review duties of management accountant. So a company will have a management accountant. Other than financial accountant, most of the companies now, not for the small scale, but medium and large scale companies, they recruit a management accountant. Right? Forecasting, budgeting. So what are the duties of the management accountant? Duties of management accountant. So let's write the duties. Duties of management accountant. Right. Providing financial and cost accounting information to managers. Right. One of the main duty of the management accountant is providing financial and cost accounting information to the managers. Right. Both financial and cost accounting. Preparation of management reports, especially the budgeted reports. Right. And also we compare budgeted and actual circumstances. Well, circumstances. Management accountant, there is a question. Management accountants are also like managers of the business. No, not the managers. He's a accountant. He's not a man. Maybe he's in management category, but his job role is similar to the accountant. Accounts only we divide financial accounting, management accounting. Right. So we compare budget and actual circumstances. Yeah. So that is enough for that. Then we will move on. Is he belongs to financial? He belongs to the financial department. Yes. There's a question. Is he belongs to the finance department? Yes. Mainly the CFO, Chief Financial Officer. Right. Management accounting is related to finance. Normally in like our universities we have different departments, right? When you want to do select your department, we have accountancy department and finance department. Accountancy department is mainly focusing on financial accountants. Finance department is mainly focusing on management accountants, budgeting, forecasting, those areas. Now if you take the qualifications, right? In Sri Lanka we have different qualifications, right? So if you take accounting qualification, financial accounting qualification, what are the financial accounting qualification? You have AAT, Chartered, CA, Institute of Chartered Sri Lanka, ICAS, ACCA, right? So these are financial accounting qualifications. What are the management accounting qualifications? Right. You have CIMA, Chartered Institute of Management Accountant, CMA, Certified Management Accountant, right? That's the difference. Financial and management. Then that's the management duties. Then next part is difference between management accounting and there is a question. What about the salaries? Are they the same? Uh, Not same. There is a difference depending on the company. Normally, the management accountant's job role is very, uh, the scope is very high, right? Anyway, the accountant also do some part of the management accounting role, but management accounting has a higher scope, and the salary scale also a little bit higher. But anyway, if even if you do, chartered, the ACC and all, you can be a management accountant. That's not a big thing, right? Same thing, when you work, when you start working, you will understand. A lot of people who has done chartered, CIMA also, ACC also, they have become a management accountant. End of the day, final, your top position should be a CFO, right? Chief Financial Officer, or you have to be a CEO, right? Chief Executive Officer. So any qualification can lead you to that position. That if you can become an entrepreneur, that's the ideal thing. But later we will discuss about the entrepreneurship and all. Right, next, let's discuss the differences between management accounting and financial accounting. From the difference, you will get so many questions. You go through the past papers, there are many questions from asking the difference between management accounting and financial accounting. Difference. Difference between management accounting. Difference. Right. So let me draw a table. Here we can take the basis or the criteria. Management accounting, financial accounting. Right. So we'll write few here. Our note now normally in exam they might ask identify the difference between management accounting and financial accounting. Right. So we will have to write minimum 4 or 5 differences. Number one, parties who use management accounting, management, or internal parties. Financial accounting, both internal and external. management accounting is used only by the internal stakeholders. And the nature of information. Nature of information, what sort of information that we use. So under management accounts, you use monetary and non-monetary both. Monetary and non-monetary information. But financial accounting only monetary information, right, which you can measure in monetary terms, rupee value. But management accounting, you use both. Legal requirement. This you learn actually at the first chapter also, the difference between management and financial accounting. No legal requirement. Should be satisfied. Right? Financial accounting, yes, there is a legal requirement. Companies Act, Inland Revenue, EPF, ETF. So all there is a Sri Lanka accounting standards. Everything you have to follow. But management accounting, there is nothing. Time. Time to be considered. Present and future, both. You have to consider present and future. But financial accounting only past activities. Reporting period. As required. It can be 1 day, 1 year, 5 years, 99 years. Most of these government projects, highway projects, these sport city projects, all these projects are done for 99 years lease. So they have to make the management report for 99 years. This is accounting period. Normally 1 year. Accounting period is 1 year. It's a reporting period. Principles, rules, regulations, principles, and concepts. Should follow. Not required. So these are the basic differences. Right. So these are the basic differences for management accounting and financial accounting. Right. So we have covered definition, need, management duties, difference in accounting, and now we are moving to the basic concept. Right. So copy this. After that, I will move to the basic concepts. Right. Then we will write another heading. Next part. Management accounting concepts. Management accounting concept. I hope this is clear. If anyone need to copy this, but give 1 more minute, you can copy this. So management accounting concepts. Here we learn three main concepts: cost, right? Then cost units, and the third point is cost centers. Cost unit, and cost centers. Cost unit and cost centers. Okay. So first we'll understand what is meant by cost. Cost is the amount that we spend for a specific thing or an activity. Let's say cost of the machinery. So cost of the machinery means the amount that you spend to purchase the machine. Let's say you construct the building. If you are constructing a building, the cost means the amount that you spend to construct the building. Right? So always cost is the amount of expenditure incurred on a specified thing or an activity. Right? So we will write under cost. Amount of expenditure incurred on a specified thing or an activity. right? Then we have cost units. Cost unit means it is the unit that we calculate the cost. Let's say a bakery. In a bakery, cost unit is bread or the bun. That's the cost unit. If you take a furniture shop, right, the cost unit may be the table or chair. If it is a garment factory, cost unit is either t-shirt or a shirt or a frock, right? So let's write cost unit. It's a unit of product. Unit of product or service in relation to which costs are ascertained, right? We'll write some example. Bakery, or if you take garment, cost unit is a t-shirt or a shirt. Examples. Cost unit means the products produced by incurring a particular cost. Yes. Those who paid. Yes. So this is cost units. And we have cost center. Cost center means the place you collect the cost. Cost center means the place we collect the cost. The cost center. That definition for this. Cost center. It's a service location or product location where the cost is collected. Production or service location. It's the location. Function or an activity. It can be a function or an activity. Which costs are accumulated? Costs are collected. Right? So it can be a production cost center or a service cost center. Right? It can be a production cost center or a service cost center. Right. Now, these are the three main concepts. Now, we move on to the cost. One of the main part is cost. Right. So, under this, we classify the cost classification. Subpart is Right? There is a doubt to brief cost, cost unit, and cost center. Right? I will brief. Cost means the amount that we spend, the expenditure. Right? If you take uh, a furniture manufacturing company, right? The cost of the table means that the amount that you spend on material, labor, and the overheads. Right? That is the cost. Cost unit means the table or the chair. That is the unit of product. Unit of product is the cost unit. Cost means amount of expenditure. Cost center means it is where the cost is accumulated, cost is calculated. Right? Cutting department, that is the separate department. Fixing department, right? Stores department. So in those departments you collect the cost. So cost center, right? Cost is amount you spend, cost unit is unit of the product, cost center means where you collect the cost. Is it clear? Right. Okay. So now we are going to do the cost classification. Classification. So we can classify the cost in different bases. Cost is classified in different bases. Right? So in our syllabus, the cost is classified using three bases. Okay. So I'll give you the bases. One is for decision making. For decision making, cost is classified as fixed cost, variable cost, relevant, irrelevant, sunk cost, opportunity cost. Decision making. Then cost is classified for valuation of stock, for stock valuation. Stock valuation. Then for controlling purpose. So these are the bases that we use. One, two, and three. right? Cost classification, management accounting concepts. There are three main concepts: cost, cost unit, cost centers. Then the cost is classified into three different bases. And for decision making, cost is classified as fixed and variable cost, fixed and variable cost, relevant and irrelevant, relevant and irrelevant cost, so we will have to learn this one by one. Okay. Relevant and irrelevant cost, sunk cost, and opportunity cost. Right. So one of the main part is main thing is fixed and variable cost. That is very, very important because we have a separate chapter onto that. And for stock valuation, we have period cost and production cost. Period cost and production cost. Then direct and indirect cost. Direct and indirect cost. Then those two. That is for stock valuation. The controlling purpose, controllable cost and controllable and uncontrollable. Controllable and uncontrollable cost. So these are the types of costs. So in the tube, I have explained this completely. You will get the tubes by most probably Tuesday or Wednesday, because I couldn't send it last week due to some emergency situation, right? So definitely tomorrow I will be posting it. So Tuesday or latest by Wednesday you will get the links. Right. So we covered the definition, the need, the duties of the management accountant, the difference between management accounting, financial accounting, and the basic concepts. Right. And these different classification, I'll share this with you. This is the tube that you will be getting, right? So we covered this. Cost concept also we covered. Then the classification of cost. You see the classification. According to the nature, we classify material, labor, and expenses. According to the purpose, we classify direct, indirect cost. Right? So material, labor, expenses, that we know. Cost is classified material, labor, and expenses. This is you will be doing. You will do this in the manufacturing accounts, right? In the same, you learn direct cost and indirect cost. Direct cost means easily traceable. Wood, steel for a furniture manufacturing company. Direct labor is carpenter. Designing cost, packing cost. These are direct. Indirect means difficult to trace. Nut and bolts, paint, manager salary, electricity, water, and this, it's difficult for you to trace with the product, right? Material, labor, expenses, direct and indirect. Then according to the behavior, we classify fixed cost, variable cost, and mixed cost. Fixed cost means it does not vary with the output. Example, rent. Even though you manufacture only one unit, if you have rented out a place, you have to pay the monthly rent. Let's say monthly you rent out for 100,000. So even though you don't manufacture or manufacture, you have to pay that. So that during the lockdown period, most of the officers, even though it was lockdown, they had to pay the rent. No income, but rent is there. That is fixed cost. Variable cost means it's very directly with the output. When the output increasing, the number of the value also or the cost also will increase. At variable cost. Payment for the carpenter, right? Table for the wood for the table. When the number of table increase, the wood cost increases. Mixed cost means it has both fixed and variable. Both fixed and variable. There can be semi-variable or semi-fixed cost. According to the degree association with the product, there we divide product cost and period cost. Right? Product cost means cost of manufacturing. The cost related to the product, right? The total production cost. Total production cost. There is a doubt. So can you explain example for mixed cost? Mixed cost means you have to a point now. If you take the electricity bill, right? Even though you don't use, you have a minimum charge. After that, variable cost. It increases with the number of units. There is a fixed cost and a variable cost. Mixed. It's a mix of fixed and variable. Right? And Period cost means these are administration, selling and distribution cost. Administration and selling distribution cost are period cost, right? Not included for the manufacturing. Product cost and period cost. Controllable and uncontrollable. Controllable cost means that you can control your fuel, stationery, telephone. You have the control. You can make the decision to control. You can reduce it, like you can control, but uncontrollable means you can't control the taxes, rates, EPF, ETF that has to be paid according to the government or authority requirement. So you can't control. Controllable and uncontrollable. According to the decisions made by the management, we have relevant cost, irrelevant cost, and opportunity cost. Relevant cost means that cost will affect the decision. If you change the decision, the cost will be affected. Future cost and avoidable in nature. Future cost is relevant. Relevant cost means it's a historical cost. Even though you make any decision, it's already had done. So you can't change it. Let's say you have paid for the employee. That is irrelevant cost because already you paid. Let's say already you have purchased the machinery. That is irrelevant. Sunk. Sunk means already it's done. Historical cost. Opportunity cost means you learn in the economics as well. The next best return foregone. When you select the best option, next available best option that you have foregone is opportunity cost. Right? So these are the cost classification, management accounting, basic stuff, introduction part. Okay. So some students requested today for a, they had some other programs due to the religious this thing. So I will conclude the session from this point. As I told, today's our plan was to discuss the introduction to management accounting part. So in the next session, I will be focusing on material costing and other cost control, controlling the cost. So in material costing and all, we have calculations, right? So mainly we learn the purchasing control, stock control. All this is summary. So once you get the goods, you will have the full summary on each and every session. Right? EOQ, this and all. The EOQ, there are a lot of past paper questions available, from 2000 onwards. There are many questions on EOQ. There's a question, so why did you start the class with management accounting chapter? The reason to start with management accounting chapter is management accounting is one of the easiest part in your syllabus where you can get this course very, in a simple way. And management accounting is not done several times. If you take first few chapters, you will do that in school. You do that in school in a slow method. Even in the classes, they drag and do it, right? But the focus for management accounting is less because that you do at last minute. So the teachers or the lecturers also, they do it fast, and you will also learn few times the management accounting area. So that is why I targeted management accounting, then You will learn this later also if we have time. Now, if the exam is postponed, later also we can repeat this session again. That is the reason. What is the capacity of management accounting in A-level accounting paper? So it will be like 20 to 20%, 25% management accounting part. Uh, I will be finishing entire 12 and 13 syllabus in the fast track program. 12, 13 both, because last year if you take 2020 A level, right, I completed the entire syllabus in 3 months. Within 3 months we completed with past papers last year, right? So this year we have more time. So simply, you know, in a not in a rushing way, we can simply finish this. What you have to do is, I will give you the simple techniques, methods, mind maps, easy techniques. I will give you uh, homework questions. So do forget about all what you have done before. Everything you forget. Start from this fast track program, right? Do what I say and take my notes and do the homework, right? I can make sure that you can get an A. Even though if you are in 2030 level, don't worry. Uh, Start now and ask me questions. There are some students, they always ask questions. I like that. And that's how you have to learn, right? You don't need to do anything. You just follow my instructions and ask me doubts, trouble me, send me messages, call me. So I will give maximum possible, support for you to get an A. Because it's 50% from your side, 50% from my side. That's how, both we can have a win-win situation. Uh, you don't need to join any other class. Okay. Uh, don't worry. We have enough time. Right? A-level syllabus, 6 months is more than enough. From the beginning to end, you can complete. Now I took the management accounting pass, but this is not relevant to financial accounting. We don't learn about the double entries, ledger accounts. You don't need even that knowledge for management accounting. That is why I selected management accounting to start. Right? So you don't, if you are not going for other classes, it's not an issue, right? This is more than enough. Right? Even if you are in grade 12 or 13, once you follow this, I can guarantee you that you can go up to an A. Right? So let's try to do, as I said in the first class, past papers is the key. Right? Past papers is the key. So let's do the past papers, and always get in touch with me. Don't just watch the video and participate for only for the class. Ask me questions. Always keep touch with me, because I can give you a lot of guidance. If you didn't understand anything, tell me. I will explain in different methods. Right? I used to teach for ACCA, chartered. Chartered I teach in different method. At ACCA I do in different method. So if you don't understand a technique or a concept, I can explain it in a different method that where you will understand. Right? So last month, this time chartered also, the subject prize for accounting was for one of my students. Right? So don't worry about the exam. Don't worry about other classes. Don't worry about what you have done past. I am assuming that you are zero level. Right? You are zero. From 0 to 100. That is our target. Right? So, any other questions? Okay. So I hope today it was a short session, but from next week onwards, we will do the full entire class. So you will be getting the tubes by this week. So I apologize on the delay on that. There is a question. So in present, are you studying in the university? I have completed my degree in 2011. I did my A levels in 2006. Right. Then I selected to university with a rank. I got the best results in the school, and with a Z score of 2.18. Right. I did my degree specialized in finance. So that is the management accounting field. Right. So I was working in different places, and when I was in first year in university itself, I started lecturing for chartered. Right. So it's not only you have to work hard and you have to work smart. So I will teach you the techniques where simply you can study and learn and remember things. I am currently, what's your profession, sir? I will tell I'm a lecturer and an entrepreneur. I have my own business. I was a CFO for a chief financial officer for one of the leading company in Sri Lanka, and I work for several international organizations and local organizations as well. So I have experience of 14 years experience in accounting, finance, and business management field, right, including banks, leasing companies, and Islamic banking units, financial sector related to financial sector. And currently, I am an entrepreneur. With a business consultancy. And I have a business consultancy firm. I do business consultancy for different small and medium businesses and other small entrepreneurs. Right. So take my knowledge that what I have studied, what I have taught, different fields. Right. Let's go this journey. I hope we can achieve a lot. Right. You have time, you have the skills. Everybody is, with the skills required. Only thing is you have to polish yourself. So I will give my 100% from my end. If you give 100% from your end, so definitely we could, achieve the target. Your target, as my target, is always I want all of you to enter to the university and get that university feeling. So if there's anything else, just drop me a message. I will definitely respond. Yeah, you can call me if you have any doubts. Okay. So thank you and good night. And God bless you. Be safe. Don't go out these days. It's very risky. Your family. So health is the most important thing, right? So be at home. Don't go for shopping and other things. These days it's very crowded also. So stay at home. Be safe always. So take care and God bless you. God will protect all of us. And good night.